Kyle Homan of Whoop Ass Productions, just giving you an update of our cars and our plans for next year. Of course, this is my Imperial that my sister drove. I've told you about our leaf pack and how it rolled up, and if I remember right, I told you guys about how our plan was working, but you won't be able to tell. But the bumper itself right here, it started rolling, so it didn't do what it's supposed to. So we're gonna have to find a better way to secure that, and then, you know, probably flatten this metal up, probably wedge it a bit as well. But we're still gonna roll with that plan. You see, on Dad's car, his bumper actually, it didn't move. It stayed here. The only problem with it is this metal started sliding out, which would have been fine once this curled up. But this bumper actually stayed, and you could actually see where it maintained its structure. So, and again, we'll probably just wedge this part of Dad's and leave this to still roll up, but time will tell. These cars will probably run Valentine Demolition Derby next year. There's really nothing to them. We need to winterize them yet, but otherwise they're ready to go right now. I could fire them up and drive them to the Derby, and they're ready to go. There's nothing really needed to be done. Just the accessory things that we want to do. Let's see, this is where our Tomahawk got a little beat up. Going nosing with another Imperial. Messed that thing right up. You can tell a little better with this camera now, but so yeah, that was interesting. I don't know. I might one day, not this car, but that 64. One day I'm gonna build that. That sucker's gonna be a tank. But I've peered over at it once, so I've already spoiled the secret. But we have a new addition to the family. This bad boy. I believe it's 67 or 68 Chrysler Town and Country. It's been pre-run, but it's still good. Give you an overview and then I'll investigate further. His front Y-frame sub is bent to shit. He put too much heat on the frame, but it's all good. We don't care about that frame. We'll either put this Y-framer from this guy in it, or we'll put this car's Imperial subframe in it. So we'll have an Imperial wagon, or not just a Y-frame wagon. It'll eventually be an Imperial wagon, but overall it looks pretty good still. The roof's still solid, which is where they get a lot of their strength at. He could have done a lot more to this car, but he didn't do it. But we can still remedy that. See, his leaf packs are atrocious. So, but yeah, his leaf packs weren't very good. He didn't chain the humps either, so the humps started giving a bit. You can't really, it's too dark, but the humps are giving a little bit, but we're gonna make a gnarly leaf pack, chain the humps down, and then I'll remedy all that, so that won't even be a big deal anymore. But I always loved these Chrysler wagons. Whenever I can get a hold of one, I always do. You can't see, it's a little bit rusty, but I mean, it's a Chrysler wagon. I've never seen a Chrysler wagon that was in good shape. If you find one in good shape and a guy wants like $800 for it, it's probably what they're worth, because you don't find them clean anymore. This guy he has some really cool pipe, but Jesus, look at that plastic gas can. Can't believe he didn't die. But anyways, he gave me some. He's kind of done with derbying, so he gave me some of his goodies, some of his pipe. This is actually solid. This one's not solid here, but all these little pipes, they are solid pipe and chromed over, so that's kind of cool. He gave us some rims and tires. A lot of them pretty good tread, really. So he's got his own tranny cooler, which I don't know. I'll probably try to sell that or get rid of it. I don't really like that design. I've never liked the ice cube design. Just running the lines through a tranny cooler and just running really long lines. That's the best strategy I've found. As soon as that ice melts, it's just you will eventually have a ton of heat on your inside of your tranny, so I've never enjoyed that. This is actually a turnkey, like a legitimate. He has the turnkey. You turn the key and the motherfucker starts. That's crazy shit. He's got his own homemade shifter. He had another design that he mocked up, and that one was terrible, but this one was a lot better. He did, however, have his own gas pedal, and he has the Triple X brake booster eliminator, so that's kind of nice. His cage design doesn't really make sense. Like, he's got all these trusses and all this, like a bridge, but he doesn't bridge it back to the actual T-point. Let's see, let me get in front of the camera here. See, if this went to here and was welded there, that'd make sense. But really, if this guy would get a tomahawk right to the middle here, that bar is coming in and it's gonna kill his ass. So, yeah, I wasn't really sure on that deal, but it came with a 350 and a, I believe 350 tranny, but got some homemade stacks. Just way too dark for you guys to see. They're not the greatest things, just square tubing. Got some weld-in centers so we can make a Chrysler rear end, which I'll probably get rid of these as well because that's not my fancy. We have all Ford 9-inch stuff, so. Yep, and also this has got a 8 3/4 Chrysler rear end. It's also got it's posied, but it's weld posi. So we'll be getting rid of this as well. They're not very. I mean, they're the toughest Chrysler axle there is, but I mean, besides the one in the 64 Imperial, those ones are really sought after, but they're still, I don't believe they're better than the 9-inch, but I don't know. Everyone has their opinion on that. Some people just hate 9 inches too, so need to just get a 14 bolt and get it over with, or 10 bolt or whatever we can get our hands on, since we're allowed. That's the derby rims. We're trying to get rid of them. Right now we're going to run those. They make your rear end too offset on the Ford 9s. On the Chrysler axles they probably would work alright, but they offset your tires too much. This will probably end up trading or something because we have so many Chryslers we hardly even have Chevy stuff anymore. And then the moment you've all been waiting for, the aftermath of the Fury. Look at this bad boy. It took a beating, but the rear end went up awesome. And I'll say we will be creasing again because if you look, we had a hard line up here, we had a hard line in the middle, and as you see when they got hit, they pushed both these lines up because these lines were stronger than the lower points, so it pushed them up. And then we had one down here and it almost ripped here, but it forced this down, which then created this hard ridge here that this thing had to like rip in half, and it didn't want to, so it put all the stress on this middle here. And I hope it looks good on the camera, but it's actually very convex or concave, so it was folding up really good. And same thing on this side. We made some hard creases, and this one you can even still see you got a crease here and a crease here all the way back. So I'm definitely creasing all my cars from now on. Everyone says what they want about it, if it's good or bad, but I'm a fan of it. I think it forces metal in the way you, if you crease correctly, it'll work out for you. But yeah, it's a little wet. I don't really want to go down too far, but if you look, it bent the frame here, and it kind of bowed the body out. Hey, you can't see too good, but it bowed the body around. So the bottom of the body is actually going down, and which is making the top here go in. So it's gonna like come up as a whole piece. And actually, you'll probably be able to see the bottom part. So that's kind of cool. This is the back tires. Took some shots. Didn't break any axles though, because of course it's a Ford 9-inch that everybody hates. Front end was doing really solid until we lost the bumper, and also like I believe it was the last minute right before Dad pulled his flag, but he got walloped on, I believe it was the other side. That really sent everything going the wrong way. Yeah, it was this shot. The car was doing pretty good until that shot. So yeah, we'll have to reclip it or do something with it, but wasn't really a fan of the front sheet metal of this. The back was awesome, but front sheet metal seems to want to tear. See, it tore right from the welds, right from everything. Oh, get out of your light. It tore from the welds, the sheet, everything. So, this is also why you don't sheet like that, because with a strap of metal or whatever you do there, because it's gonna get exposed at some point. That's not the way to cheat. Trying to stay out of the light here, but Dad was actually hitting with only the frame for the longest time, just because we lost their bumper so early and we just had crappy welds. This material, something about it doesn't like to be welded on, and so that's why it tore from the bumper itself. Two different metals. I guess it's coated or something, but yep, everything's on the up and up. Everything's good to go with this car. We'll be running it again probably in winter. Our plan is to get this car back ready again for winter, which gives us plenty of time, because this one will take a lot more work than the Imperials over there. Hopefully we'll take this Imperial sub out. We'll put it in the wagon, and we'll probably run the wagon in winter too. So we'll have two Imperials in Valentine, and then probably the pitch frame Fury, and this wagon over here for winter. And those are the two shows we really want to run. There's a couple other shows I want to try to at least go watch next year, because I'm thinking the rules are pretty much like the rules we run to. So we'll see on that. It's really hard with Nebraska because every rule is way different. They say they're, this and that rules, but nobody enforces truly well. So, and we gotta travel quite a ways. So if we do go, we gotta like commit, because we gotta go 2-3 hours to the nearest show. If we get turned around, that sucks. He gave us a few more tires out of the deal, a couple of Chrysler axles, distributor, a couple nice bumpers, a couple nice fans, some gnarly digger tires. Oh yeah, and we also got an extra 350 tranny. He broke the bell on it though. He rebuilt it, but he broke the bell, so I don't know if he actually rebuilt it, but either way, we got a shell anyways. We can walk away with that. But anyways, that's about it for us. Tell me what you guys are up to. I'm trying to make some more videos as we make progress. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.